Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to the Candle Mafia and shout out to my boy DZ and the ATB crew. Let me know if you came from ATB, guys. Turns out we are not getting any more ATB raids, which is sad, but I think we can gather a crowd without the ATB raids at this point. But let me know. Shout out to the ATB crew. What is going on, Candle Mafia? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your precious time with us here on the Frankie Candles live stream, where we do 2 hours of live TA and we spit a little bit of sauce here and there. And hey, we might do 1 or 2 shout-outs, guys. I'm just saying. But, guys, we got an amazing show for you tonight. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure. It's the wheel of giveaways, guys. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of giveaways, where you guys will have multiple chances to win not only some crypto giveaways, but potentially some merch. Maybe you get a Frankie Candles hat. Maybe you get a Frankie Candles crew neck sweater. Or maybe you just get crypto. But either way, guys, we give away a ton of stuff on this channel every single week. And shout out to the Candle Mafia. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in tonight. We got an amazing show for you. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at some of those altcoins. And I actually have a question to ask you guys when it comes to the altcoins. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But we're taking a look at some key levels on Bitcoin. Now, we are still just kind of continuing to trade sideways, some decent scalping within this range, guys. But we do have some interesting stuff not only popping up on the medium time frames, but we also have some really interesting things. The Crypto Reaper. We also have some really interesting things popping up on the higher time frames, guys, that could be indicating a big move or another big move to the upside, but there are some of those things on the medium time frames that we have to get past before we can have those higher time frames play out. But as you guys know, the higher time frames do oftentimes take a while to play out, so it wouldn't be shocking to me to see the medium time frames maybe play out to the downside before kind of resetting and then getting another big move to the upside. So we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today, guys. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto for that gifted, he gifted one Frankie Candles membership, and shout out to Jeet Corp. You got a membership whether you wanted to or not, bro. Shout out to you, and welcome to the Candle Mafia. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto, guys. And before we jump into this saucy price action, guys, let's go ahead and, oh God, I thought my mouse was dead. Let's go ahead and jump in the chat and say what is going on to the Candle Mafia. Let's see who we got in here. We got Lucho in the chat, guys. And real quick, I do have to get this this whole Zip Fizz thing out of the way real quick. Now, this was the key that we were missing yesterday, and this is why most of that Zip Fizz from last night wound up on my wall and my computer screens and not in my body. It's because I didn't take a sip before adding the Zip Fizz. Anybody who's curious, we like to stay healthy on this channel, so we got a little bit of artificial vitamin here because you guys know that's the healthiest type of vitamin. But yeah, we put the Zip Fizz in here and exploded yesterday. So I don't think it'll explode this time. If it does, oh God. Okay. Oh, no, we're good. There we go. That was what was supposed to happen last night, guys. So you let it fizz up, you shut it, you give it a little shake, and then you drink it. And it's actually pretty good. But let's see who we got in chat, guys. We made a way safe from the Zip Fizz. Let's see. Shout out to Lazarus. What is going on, bro? Self-Wealth Crypto says, perfect timing. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. We got Jessica in the chat. I just answered one of Jessica's YouTube comments. Shout out to Fair War, shout out to you, man. He said drink water. I just did, so let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see who else we got. Scarface Crypto, the Crypto Reaper. And guys, we got Crypto Anon in the chat, guys. Shout out to Crypto Anon and all of our mods. We got Rob the Crypto Snob, Tony D, Tyler Durden, Crypto Billy, Captain Kirk, D Petty Crypto. They're all over the place, and they're the best mods in the game. Show them some love in the chat. We got Dave Digital in chat. Shout out to you, bro. One of the funniest Candle Mafia members. Paul Wood says, put Frankie's knowledge in your brain. Like botulism, we profit off of... We profit off and optimism. Oh, ERH. I guess he's thinking he meant to say ETH and optimism. We don't need no stimulus. Making trades continuous. Other channels oblivious. I like it. Shout out to Paul Wood. Bro, you a rapper? You sound like a rapper, bro. We might have to throw a beat on and spit some fire. Shout out to Paul, but I would have to use your lyrics, bro, because I am not a rapper. Not a rapper, though. Anyway, shout out to you, man. A-Train in the chat. He says, Frankie, I love you. I say, A-Train, as always, I love you back, bro. Shout out to Slim Jim, Bubba's Crypto, Crypto Pollo, or Bitcoin Chicken, as I like to call him. And last, but certainly not least, guys, we got Curtis Neal and Chemistry, bro. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And without further ado, we're not going to leave you waiting much longer. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the charts. Let's get it. Take a sip of the Zip Fizz real quick before we get going. This one's actually pretty good, not going to lie. Somebody move my camera. This looks ugly. I don't like it. It's not centered. It's off center. I don't like it. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the charts here and see what we got going on. We're covering Bitcoin first, and then about halfway through the stream, we'll get to those altcoins. But I want to start off here, guys. I'm going to start off on the medium time frames, right? Usually we start up on those higher time frames before working our way down, which is typically how I just generally do my analysis. But I want to start on the medium time frames because you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, Bitcoin about to break out. Now, I want to be clear. Like I said, longer time frames do look bullish, and it does look like we could get a bullish breakout. But with that signal or the thing that I'm looking at on the higher time frames, likely going to take some time to play out here. So in the medium term, guys, there are some things that are worrying me a little bit. If you saw my morning market update, you may be familiar with some of this stuff, but I have some extra stuff to show you. But starting off here, guys, I want to start off. Let's start off at the 4 hour. Now, we did have our money flow kind of getting rejected at the 0 line. As you can see, we came up, then we started flowing back out, but now we are curving back up. But the problem here is that our VWAP is curving to the downside. So once this crosses the 0 line and we wind up printing that red dot on the 4-hour. That may drag this money flow back in the red, but the good news here is that we are not rejecting here anymore, right? We are curving back to the upside, so it does look like we could continue coming up here, but that VWAP will likely drag us back into the red. But overall, guys, money flow is going in the right direction, right? You got a low here, and then we generally flow to the upside, little fake out into the green, but we may most likely, if we don't get a huge dump down from here, it does look like we may get that crossover into the green. However, we got to wait for that red dot to play out. But moving on down to our 3-hour, money flow starting to round off here. VWAP coming to the downside. Your 2-hour has made a little bit of a lower high here on money flow. VWAP also working its way to the downside, looking for that red dot very, very soon. And then our 1-hour, guys, is printing that red dot. And the important thing to note here is, let me see, is there TA on here? I don't want that. Let's go here, remove all our drawings. There we go. We got our nice, fresh, clean chart. But you can see here, guys, this money flow on the 1-hour is generally flowing to the downside. This is pretty smoothly coming out here. And now we also do have a, whoops, bada boom, bada bing. And then we did just put in a little bit of a bear div here on some of these lower time frames. However, money flow coming out on the hourly, this is kind of one of those things that is alarming me on these medium time frames here, or this is kind of like a lower medium time frame. But money flow coming out on your 1-hour, and then again, your 2-hour making that lower high, kind of starting to ride back up there, but you did make a lower high. And then coming out to our 90-minute, guys, generally same deal here, generally coming to the downside. Now, the reason this concerns me is because if we get, a lot of times, guys, when we get that money flow coming out on the 90-minute, and a lot of times when we get that crossover into the red, if you get that money flow crossover, we talk about this a lot on the channel, if you get that money flow crossover into the red while you get your red dot on your daily printing, that is generally a pretty bearish sign, and a lot of times it can give us a strong move to the downside, right? And then another kind of bearish thing to look at here is that daily money flow was getting a nice curve to the upside, and then it was aggressively coming out, and now it's just kind of coming out. This is a little bit more bearish, especially with the VWAP coming down as well. But it's not an end-all, be-all bearish sign. We got to see once that daily red dot prints, we'll have to see what happens. But as of right now, that money flow is coming out, so just another thing that is a little bit concerning to me. And then again, that lower high on the 2-hour, 1-hour money flow smoothly coming out. Your 90-minute also not as aggressive as the 1-hour. Obviously, it's a little bit of a higher time frame, but it is starting to come out, which again, with the VWAP on the daily coming down, could be an alarming signal, right? Because if this continues down and then it crosses over, we get that red dot. You will have that red dot on the daily with a 90-minute money flow crossover into the red, which again, a lot of times will give us a big move down. Not all the time, but it is something we have to keep an eye on, right? 45-minute has kind of bing-bonged around here just a little bit with the money flow. Came into the red, back into the green, back into the red, back into the green, and now it is looking like we are starting to form a little bit of a bearish divergence here. So we'll have to wait. That green dot is printing, so we'll have to see what happens. Got a nice little VWAP flip here, but we'll see if this thing decides to roll over. That could be a little bit more bearish as well. But again, guys, this is lower time frame stuff, right? So in the shorter term, there are some things pointing to a potential move to the downside. Let me go ahead and get rid of that alert. That's going to keep going off every time we print a 3-minute candle. This is lower time frame stuff, right? So we don't want to listen to all the noise on the lower time frames because typically it's the higher time frames that really matter. But again, just in the medium to short term, I would say in the shorter term, I would be cautious of a little bit of a move to the downside. But I will say in the longer term / medium term, I am leaning a little bit more bullish. And I do still think that we could potentially get that big break up to about 30K, which we will take a bigger look at in just a second. But I do think we can get that move up, but just some of those medium to lower time frames could be indicating another move to the downside. Now coming on over to our actual chart here, make sure I have the right chart up. Bada boom, bada bing, turn on that TA. And then we'll come down to these lower time frames, guys. We are starting to, we are continuing to respect this sideways range. Now, these are the same levels we looked at yesterday because why are you going to find new levels? I mean, unless there are new levels popping up or important levels you have to take into account. Potentially, you want to mark those out. But we're looking at essentially the same levels, guys. We are respecting this range continually. We did get that little short. We're basically treating this like a sideways range, shorting the highs, longing the lows. We did grab that little scalp long in the premium Discord. And yesterday on the show, we were kind of like, it was sitting right here, right? Our target was that value area high. But on the show last night, it was kind of dicey, right? We were coming back down, bouncing on that POC. But the reason I bring this up is because a lot of people, if you're in this trade, you're thinking like, oh God, we came up, oh my God, I'm in the green. And then like when you come back down here, you're like, oh my God, like lost all my gains, right? Oh no, now we're going on the POC. Is it going to break down? But you trust your TA and you know that the volume profiles, when you get support on that low, on that value area low, it is more likely for you to get a move to your value area high. You trust your TA, sit on your hands. If it goes the wrong way, that's why you have your stop loss here to limit the amount of money you will lose. And you would have been real sketched out here, but we wound up making that move all the way back up to that value area high as expected. And now we are continually testing this value area high. If we get stuck underneath this, guys, again, as long as we remain in this sideways range, I am expecting to just go back down to the POC, eventually down to the low. That's where we look for longs, look for a move up to the value area high, so on and so forth, just like we have been doing here, right? So nothing has really changed in that aspect as far as the local ranges, just looking to scalp this. But again, coming up to test the value area high continuously here. So this is where we would be looking for shorts, potentially to move our way back down to the bottom of the range. So anybody who didn't see the show last night, these are the levels we're looking at. They do just remain basically the same from yesterday. They may have shifted just a tiny bit, but like you could see, this value area low, it did shift a little bit, but for the most part, same exact key levels. Now, I do want to bring you guys, again, those medium time frames, money flow coming out may be a little bit more bearish in the short term. However, the real moves that we're concerned about are on those higher time frames. So let's go up there and see what we got going on. Now, on the bullish end of things, guys, remember, we have that VWAP flip happening currently on the weekly, right? Not only that, but for the first time in a while, we finally got that the money flow on the weekly to start curving back to the upside. This is a decent sign, guys, because something you want to realize, if you just look at all of the price history all the way back, I think this is 2011, you want to notice something here, guys. Like, obviously, I do have, let me pull up that fresh chart, right? Come up to the weekly, and when you're looking at all of this price action, whoops, come on over to this chart. All of this price action, let me go ahead and hide all of this TA. Actually, just go ahead and get rid of it. I'll just hide it. Why delete it, right? But if you're looking at all of this price action all the way from 2011, I want you guys to notice something, right? And I talked about this in the beginning of the bear market when everyone was kind of asking me like, hey, Frankie Candles, is it time to buy? And looking back to when people were saying that is pretty funny because most people, believe it or not, if you were not going through this bear market, guys, when we got this first dump down to about 35K, everybody was saying that was the bottom. And I was like, what is going on? Why does everybody think the bottom is at 35K? Like, if this is the bear market, surely we're going down at least 80%, right? Or at least 75%. Obviously, due to logarithmic regression, you wouldn't expect, as the market matures, you expect the moves down and the moves up to be a little less extreme. So maybe you don't get the typical 85% correction, but, that was only, we had a crash of 55% and people thought it was the bottom of the bear market. And I'm sitting there, and even there were some people I know that are in crypto, some of my friends, are like, yeah, man, I don't think we'll ever break that 35K, that 32K mark. This was like really the magical level that everybody thought we were going to hold, basically, right here. And I was just like, I don't know why people think this is the bottom of the bear market. We're likely just getting started. And then on this pump, everyone thought we were going to 100K. That's the super cycle. This is the super cycle pump. And then absolute nuke. And everybody was so bullish here when we wound up calling that weekly blood diamond, which I do believe popped up right about there. Yeah, right here. This is where I was like, everyone was calling for 100K. And I was like, guys, this is probably the start of the bear market, especially with that weekly blood diamond. Everyone called me crazy. And then, boom, we came down another, over 50%. But anyway, the reason I bring this up, guys, is because just reminiscing on the beginning of the bear market, we've come so far. But just taking a look here, guys, I used to cover this a lot. The weekly only usually spends so much time in the red with your money flow, right? But you can see here, our money flow crossed into the red here, right? And I have a really interesting video coming out tomorrow, guys, talking about if the bottom is actually in or not. So stay tuned for that one. It'll probably be going up around 3 o'clock, between 1 and 3. But you can see here, right, we come into the red. You spend a little bit of time in the red right here. This was essentially the best time to accumulate Bitcoin, while right before you wound up coming up into your new bull run, right? And then you get the blow off top in 2017. You come down, you bottom out, right? Right when you start bottoming out, money flow gets into the red on market cipher B right here. And then that also would have been the best time to accumulate Bitcoin in that bear market before you had your fake out bull run, black swan, and then your new bull market started. And now, if we move all the way to current times, guys, we actually have enough information to kind of extrapolate that theory into the current price action, right? You could see we came into the red here, and obviously this was not the best time to buy Bitcoin, and we did come up a little bit. I started DCAing, I believe, like around here somewhere on this move down, but you could see you go into the red. This is essentially, if the bottom is in, this would have been the best time to accumulate Bitcoin. This would be the accumulation phase. If this is the bottom, again, being very speculative here, if this is the bottom, like this was the bottom, I do think we could potentially be in a similar situation as right here. And when we look back, right, when we look back to this cycle, where would have been the best time to buy? When the money flow was in the red. Well, come back another cycle. What would have been the best time to buy? When the money flow was in the red. When would be the best time to buy Bitcoin right now? Well, the money flow's been in the red, right? I've been accumulating since about, I think once we got this drop here, that's when I started accumulating. And it's basically money flow in the red, right? And this could potentially be the best time to accumulate Bitcoin. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% the best time. Dump all your money in. That's why you want a dollar cost average. But I just wanted to point that out, with the money flow in the red on the weekly is typically the best time to buy. And it does look like we could have bottomed out here with that money flow. And the fact that the reason I really bring this up is because we're talking about this money flow on the weekly curving back to the upside. That could be an indication that we are about to work our way back up. And if not come up and the bottom is in, we may at least come up and do something like this, where we creep up towards that zero line, cross into the green as we get this this kind of fake out run, right? We might be getting a little bit of a pump here, may get some kind of fake out rally like this before potentially, I mean, this obviously was a black swan. No guarantee we get a black swan this time, but we totally could, right? So maybe we see something like that. But in general, guys, we've spent a decent amount of time in the red with the money flow here. So enough time has gone by when comparing it to previous cycles for an entire bottom to play out here. So just keep that in mind. So with that money flow crossing up on the weekly, that is a pretty bullish sign. So unless and the fact that you're getting that VWAP flip could be extremely, extremely bullish, right? So just be aware of that. Again, doesn't mean the bottom's 100% in, but keep an eye out for that upload tomorrow, guys. Is the Bitcoin bottom in? We'll be releasing it between about 1 and 3, and we're going to be talking about it, right? We're taking a look at the bearish case, or the bearish evidence pieces and the bullish evidence pieces. We compare and contrast. I let you guys know kind of which way I'm leaning. If you watch the channel, you probably know which way I'm leaning. And I mean leaning whether I think the bottom's in or not. Hint, hint, I do think it's very likely that the bottom is in for this bear market. But you have to understand that just because Frankie Candles thinks the bottom is likely in does not mean it's 100% in. But we dive into all of the details and really trying to figure out what we can look at to try to figure out if the bottom is in. I think it's going to be I think you guys are really going to like it. And it is a little bit of a longer video, but it's jam-packed full of interesting information. So definitely check it out. Yeah, Crypto Anon says the Black Swan could be the banks. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then we also have a lot of geopolitical stuff going on. I think there probably is a difference between what we're told and what is actually happening. Who knows? But we can't control it, right? So all we can do is take the information we're given and make our best educated guess. I see the super chats. Shout out to Hannah King. Says, Frankie, take my money. Shout out to Hannah King. Thank you so much for that super chat. Super big time supporter of the channel. We love you. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate that super chat. But go ahead and get my key out of here. But anyway, but yeah, moving on, I just wanted to kind of hammer that home because, that VWAP flip and that money flow coming up is actually a pretty big deal, right? Like, it's not just like, oh, money flow is coming up on the 4 hour. Like, this is the weekly. So you want to make sure you're keeping an eye on that. But then coming down here, 6-day green dot is printing. Now, again, money flow is getting a little bit rejected here, but we saw that happen on the lower time frames, and it eventually corrected itself. So looking for this money flow to curve back to the upside, even if even if it continues to come out a little bit more, we may just do something like this where we have a low and then a higher low, and it would mean that money flow is generally still cruising to the upside. So I would like to see the money flow on the 6-day kind of turn back around here and curve back up. But again, it's really nothing that alarming, especially when you come down to the 5-day and you zoom in on the 5-day, and the 5-day be looking juicy. That'd be looking saucy, guys. That is bullish money flow, right? And again, a lot of times, I know Crypto Face talks about this a lot, guys. A lot of times, or sometimes, the best time, or the best kind of a decent strategy is, I know he talks about breaking the money flow up into fourths, but he basically says the last quarter of the money flow, like if you see it's consistently curving to the upside, sometimes, you start to get the pump before the money flow crosses over. So this is getting very, very close, which makes me feel a little bit better about the 6-day. So yeah, 5-day money flow coming up, weekly money flow coming up, VWAP flips happening on the weekly and the 6-day. 5-day is about to get a green dot very, very soon. Still have about an hour and 50 minutes to actually print that next candle. Maybe that's where we get the green dot. We're not going to be live for that, but keep an eye on this right after the show, and you will see if that green dot did wind up printing. It is not on regular candles either, but continuing on here, looking at that 4-day green dot printing as well, and then that 3-day green dot is also printing, also a very nice tight green dot there, with also having your money flow coming back to the upside, right? So the higher time frames could potentially indicate, now not only do we have almost all the daily money flows coming to the upside, and not only do we have all the daily time frames with the green dots printing other than the 5-day, other than the 5-day and other than the 6-day money flow. The average here is more bullish than bearish, in my opinion. But the other thing that is making me feel a little bit better is if you come up to the 8-hour time frame, or any of these higher hourly time frames, guys, it does look like we could be printing somewhat of a more macro bullish pennant. And when you measure this, guys, when you take this measured move, right? I'm just going to rough this out. But if you take this measured move, guys, and you pull it to the breakout point, right, the apex of the pattern, and you look at where this brings you, it brings you right up to that $31,000 level, which is extremely interesting. And again, this would also be very interesting, guys, because like I said, some of the lower time frames look a little short-term bearish, so it would make a lot of sense, right? If it is short-term bearish and we get a little bit of a move to the downside, it would make sense to kind of make that move back down to the bottom of the pattern to kind of continue to consolidate before that breakout. Now, it's not guaranteed, but it would kind of make sense. If we see that happen, that's what we would need. If we're going to continue to consolidate within this pennant, the next move here would be a move back down to test that support level, right? That support trend line right here. So it would make sense that, the lower time frames look like they want to pull down a little bit, but there's no saying. You could either easily break out like that, break out right here. We might go super bullish, or, you could wind up breaking down out of this, right? It's nothing's 100%. Bull pennants don't break out 100% of the time to the upside, but this is very interesting, especially because the breakout target for this is in that $31,000 area, which is a super, super interesting target, guys, because shout out to Carlos Moreno, and that's not to be confused with Monero, guys. This is Moreno. Shout out to Carlos. He said, first time watching. When do you usually go live? Shout out to Carlos. Well, welcome to the Frankie Candles live stream, where we go live every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. If you've never seen that show, definitely go check that out as well. They're their own YouTube channel where they have a bunch of crypto content creators come on, and they have a little bit of a like a discussion show. Sometimes there's hot debates. You never know. But yeah, shout out to Carlos. Welcome to the CandleMafia. Hit that subscribe button, brother, because we're shouting you out. And thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate you. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And sometimes we'll do a little emergency video on the weekend or something like that if something goes crazy. But yeah, here we show you how to make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down, or even sideways. We tend to cash out when it goes sideways. But anyway, here we go. So it might be nice to, if we get a move back from the top of this pattern back down to the bottom of the pattern, it would make a lot of sense. However, that $31,000 level is very, very interesting, because if we pull up our volume here, guys, what does that target do? That target breaks us right through that low volume gap, right up to our next area of consolidation, which is from back here. I'm going to go ahead and pull a little bit of volume on this as well. Pull that little sideways range. Bada boom, right? And that value area high of that previous range comes in at $31,300, almost to the dollar of that technical target of that bull pennant. Now, I want to be very clear. Hey, shout out to B. Ricky. I like those dollar signs in your name, bro. Shout out to B. Ricky. I gotta throw a little bit of money for you. When you got dollar signs in your name, you gotta throw some cash. Let's go. Shout out to B. Ricky. Bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. But God. One day, I'll keep this studio clean. I do want to be clear, guys. Just because we have that bullpen, and now this does look bullish, I won't lie. But it does not mean that we will 100% break out. But if we do get the breakout, it would make a lot of sense. Look at that technical target right up to that value area high. This is a level that we were looking at before I even saw this bull pennant forming. We were looking at that level before we even knew there was a bull pennant, before we were even expecting that move up. We were looking at that $31,000 level, this value area high, when we were over here with the price, right? Right, we've been looking at this level, so it's just very, very interesting that technical target brings us right up there, rips us through that low volume gap, which is typically where you see those quick moves on price. As you can see right here, I don't know, that may be where we created the gap, but you see quick moves through the gap. So when you come back up, you would expect a very quick move up through it, and you are likely going to get stopped off at that high volume node or that little spike in volume that we have right there between about 28 and 30K, and then that value area high coming in at 31K. So these levels are likely to be respected in some form or fashion if we make it all the way back up there at some point. So that was already our target, guys. Regardless of that bull pennant, we were expecting if we got another breakout that we would fly through that low volume gap and start hitting our head on 28K. If we could flip that $28.8 thousand level, we were expecting to get accepted back into this range. I'm going to draw it as a box so everybody knows what I'm talking about here. Right here. Bada boom, I'll make it blue. There you go, right? This was always our target, right? We're expecting to come up here, bounce our head on that $28.8 thousand level. And then if we get above that level, that's where we're expecting to move up to 31K. So just very, very interesting. And that is what they call confluence, guys. So going to be very interesting. I hope that plays out. Not so I could be right, just so I can preach that confluence for you guys. Because if that actually plays out, things like this play out all the time. If this plays out, I cannot wait to come here and say, guys, look, and not because look at me, I was right. Just, hey guys, look, this works. Remember that this worked this time, so when it happens next time, you're ready to at least try to trust your TA, right? But you never know. This could break down and bring us to the downside, but I really hope it plays out because a lot of things like this do play out often, and it would be a great, great learning experience. So in my opinion, guys, if we don't break out right now, we're probably going to cool off on the lower time frames, get a move back down to the lower end of that pennant before breaking out to the upside. Shout out to Tony D for gifting that Frankie Candles membership. I appreciate you, bro. We got 1,174 people, 1174. Shout out to you guys. Smash that like button, guys. We're going for 1,000 likes on the stream. If we hit 1,000 likes, I will give away crypto, as we always do. But I will add something fun to the giveaway. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think anybody claimed the premium membership to the membership to the premium Discord last week. So I got to check with Tony D. If that is true, maybe we could re-give it away because you only have 1 week to claim your giveaways on this channel for anybody who was wondering. But yeah, maybe we'll give away a free month of the premium Discord, or maybe we'll give away some merch, maybe a Frankie Candles hat, Frankie Candles sweatshirt, who knows. But I will add something. So we're going for 1,000 likes. And then the more likes, the more spins. So if we get 1,000 likes, I will also spin that wheel of giveaways 20 times. I'll spin it 20 times. And you guys win usually like 85% of those giveaways, so just do the math. It's a lot of crypto. So shout out to you guys. Let's see. Crypto F says, can you please do TA on ACH? Yes, we will go ahead and add that to the list of altcoins. Shout out to Hannah King, says 30K BTC is when the FOMO will truly kick in. Hey, Hannah, I can't disagree with you. That's when the Bears are going to be pulling their hair out and the Bulls are going to be going absolutely nuts. Yeah, shout out to Hannah. Yeah, I would have to agree. That's when the FOMO really kicks in and people are like, okay, fine, I guess I missed the bottom. I'll buy 30K Bitcoin. Nobody wants it at 15K, though. So interesting. Let's see. Shout out to B. Ricky said, Tino was right. This is a good place. Shout out to Tino from Traders Reality. We love Tino over here. We just did a collaboration. It was super fun. Well, hey, B. Ricky, spread the word, and let's join forces with the pattern watchers. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Benjamin Myers says, Frankie, what's your opinion of the ascending triangle on the Bitcoin 30-minute chart currently? Let's go ahead. Well, here it is. We're looking at it, but let's see. Yeah, so he is talking. Whoops. Whoa, easy there. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, got. Oh my God, I keep clicking the wrong line, guys. Unbelievable. Somebody get this guy under control. There we go, right? So this is what he is talking about, this little ascending triangle. I will tell you this. Who asked that? I forget who asked it. Who was it? Benjamin. Benjamin, I'll tell you what I think of this. I see what you're looking at. Yeah, I could see this. Definitely, kind of on the trend line. Deviation to the upside, back in the ascending triangle. Deviation to the downside. Now you're kind of back in that triangle. Really interesting there. Really indecisive pattern here. But, I mean, technically, you are getting those higher lows with the flat level of resistance up top. I will say this is one of the most interesting ascending. I totally see what you're seeing, but a very interesting one. Just like complete total deviations on both ends here, but you're definitely stuck in here. This could squeeze to the upside. You do have your money flow coming back up into the green. Green dot is confirmed. I don't know. I don't know how much weight I would put behind this unless we really started seeing the money flow coming up aggressively on the 1 hour or some of these other lower time frames. I wouldn't be putting too much weight on it, but yeah, I will say, I mean, you do have the higher lows. It could break out. If it does, we'll see. I don't think you're going to get that move to 30K right now. I think the daily has to roll back over. On the daily. Did he not say the 30-minute? Oh, no, that's totally separate chats. But yeah, I would say I think that daily does need to kind of reset. Not impossible to get a move up. You could easily get that daily VWAP to kind of come back up a little bit before coming back to the downside. But with the money flow looking like this on the hourly and the 90-minute, I just don't know how likely you are to just get an early breakout here. Not impossible, but I think it's a little more unlikely. But I do see the ascending triangle. Shout out to Benjamin. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Thank you so much for that super chat. Dude said, what do you think about price making 6th or 7th higher high, but RSI making lower lows? And also stock RSI doing the opposite right now. Well, that would be a divergence, Indiana Candles. So yeah, that's the thing is like you see those higher highs coming in with your oscillators making lower lows, or I'm sorry, lower highs. Making lower lows. Well, I guess you would be making lower highs as well. On the daily. Okay, well, let's take a look at it. Let's go to the daily and let's see what Indiana Candles is doing here. Let's see what he's looking at. So we'll pull up that RSI. There we go, RSI. Yeah, so, wait, what did he say? Price making a 6th or 7th higher high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, this is this a higher high? Yeah, I mean, this is technically a bearish divergence in my opinion, right? Because you do have higher highs. You do technically have higher highs on your price action. It's a little wonky, but you do technically have price coming up. You did a nice correction here, but you do technically have higher highs with lower highs on your RSI. So you could have a little bit of an RSI divergence. Does the BitLab indicators call for that RSI? Yeah, you have a histogram divergence here on the BitLab indicators. Yeah, interesting. I mean, I would say, if anything, that's a little bit bearish, especially with the VWAP coming down and the money flow coming into the red. So shout out to Indiana Candles. Hopefully that helps you out. And shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. So yeah, I would say, if anything, that is more of a bearish look. Anytime you have a discrepancy between what your oscillator is saying, your momentum indicator is saying, and your price action. If price is going up and your momentum is coming down, it is kind of just a scratch your head moment. Like, why is price going up? Especially if you have something like money flow coming out, because then you're thinking like, listen, price is making higher highs, momentum's coming down, and money is leaving the asset. That makes no sense, and that is what warrants that correction to the downside for a bearish divergence. So there you go. Hopefully, Crypto Degen said, this is what my money's doing right now, flying away. It's okay, bro. Hang in there. Frankie Candles got your back, bro. Yeah. So let's see. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. That is kind of mostly what I am looking at on Dave Digital says, ditch the alt list tonight and replace it with an AMA. He has bagels. Hey, shout out to Dave Digital. Dave Digital just walks into my studio with bagels, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? How'd you get in here? Security didn't stop you? But no, I'm sure he could just tell security, hey, I'm Dave Digital, and I brought that. He just bribed him with bagels. That's probably what he's going to do. Shout out to Tony D. I appreciate you, bro. But let's go ahead and see what happens. Let's see. Did the green dot just print on the hourly? Yeah, I think we did just get a VWAP flip on the hourly. We did. Very interesting there. We need the money flow to come up, though. We might just kind of get bing-bonged around here. But if this green dot brings us up, and we do get a little bit of a breakout here, and we get a little bing-bong-bing, we got one of those to happen, we could wind up seeing a breakout. But I will say, with the money flow smoothly coming to the downside, it would be less likely. Not impossible, but less likely. But we'll have to see. Maybe we're wrong. I hope we're wrong. I hope we can come up. But we'll have to see. We just go by what we see on the charts. But there you go, guys. That is basically how I'm feeling. So watching that, that potential bull pennant forming here, whether we're going to break out now or just continue in the pattern a little bit before the breakout, very, very interesting, very bullish. And the fact that that technical target brings you up right to that level is insane. XRP Shillbilly in the house. What is going on, bro? He says, let's get some bagels in the chat. Let's get some bing bongs and some bagels in the chat, boys. Let's go. Bada bing, bada bang. Let's go. Shout out to Ricky. Hodgepodge in the chat, too. Let's get it. But let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. That's basically what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Now you guys have the key levels. Local levels remain exactly the same. And then obviously targets to the upside also remain the same. We just went over that. So now, how long have we been going for? Let's see. We've been going for almost an hour, guys. So before we jump into those altcoins, I do want to ask you guys a question. I want to ask you guys a question for the altcoins. Now, would you guys prefer, right? Because sometimes we run through like 10 altcoins and I don't spend a lot of time on them. I just kind of go, hey, this one looks good. Here's some levels. Boom, next one. Hey, this one looks not so good. Here's some levels. Boom. This one looks kind of bullish, kind of bear, and levels, next one. And we kind of don't spend a lot of time on them and I just go through them really quickly, but we go over more alts. Or sometimes we actually only go through like 3 to 4 maybe alts, but I spend a good amount of time on them and give some real detailed analysis. And I also use that time to kind of teach you guys if I see any teachable moments on the chart. Yesterday, we went over all those golden pocket retracement levels. And I use it as a teaching moment. So would you guys rather cover a ton of alts with not a lot of detail, or would you rather me cover fewer alts in more detail? Let me know. Tony D, if you're hearing me right now, make a poll, and everybody go vote on that poll, because I don't want to, if you guys just want to see me go through the alts super, super quickly, like I want to do what you guys want to see, right? So just let us know. Tony D, if you can make that poll, that would be amazing, and then you guys can vote on it and let us know. I will say, if I had to vote, I would vote for fewer alts, more detail, guys, because a lot of times, almost all the time, almost all the alts follow exactly what Bitcoin is doing, right? Obviously, you have ones that deviate away a little bit, but in my opinion, I mean, if I were in your shoes, now I don't want to speak for you guys. If I were on your shoes, I'd rather see a few alts with more detailed TA, but it's like quantity over quality kind of thing. I would rather get the sauce on 5 alts than just get a kind of bearish on the alt that I specifically wanted to see. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know if Tony's watching right now. Tony, ping me in the chat if you are watching. Otherwise, I'll just make the poll real quick. If I don't see your chat coming in the next minute, I will go ahead and make the... Oh, there it is! I knew it! I knew he was in there. Let's go. Shout out to Tony D. But yeah, guys, please go... It's 50-50. Please go and vote for that. While you guys are voting for that, also, throw your altcoin requests in the chat, and then whether we look at 5 or 10 or 20, we got to get what altcoins you guys want to see anyway. So throw them in there, and I will go ahead and take a quick look at the DXY, and then jump into ETH, and then we'll get into the altcoin list. Let's go. All right. Let's see here. Moving on, taking a look at the DXY. I'm actually going to unhide the TA here and take a look at what we got going on. Let's see. We do want to... There it is, right? So here is actually something that I was kind of just looking at the DXY, as I never do. I never just sit here and like do a ton of TA on the DXY. I kind of just check in, find the key levels, what's it doing, get a general idea, and then I go spend more time on crypto. But guys, I was looking at the DXY, and this is interesting, right? Because I do just want to, right? We kind of peaked out up here at about 114, right? And then as we came down, right, we came down, we kind of bounced, we came down, we bounced. We got that golden pocket retrace before this big move to the downside, which could be a pretty bearish signal. This could be a macro top signal because this is on the daily, right? So, you come down, boom, boom, golden pocket retrace, and then absolute nuke to the floor. Oh, my God, the chat is going nuts. Holy cow. Chat rate at a 50. Unbelievable. Frankie, so from your TA, short time, you're bullish, short term, meaning a day? Oh, that's a good question. Short term, I would say about a day. In the case, the way I'm saying it right now, yeah, short term bearish. It's less of a time short term meaning a day or a few, right? Like less than a week or two, right? Like maybe between 1 and 3 days, I would say is kind of the short term perspective I'm talking about right now. But a way you could kind of gauge that is, for me, what I'm looking for is a potential pullback, right? So if we get a pullback and we get a move to the bottom of that, potential bull pennant that we're forming, right? Do we have it on here? No. Oh, whoops. Where is it? I'll just draw it again, right? So if we come to the bottom of that potential bull pennant that we were forming, if we made it down here and we're getting bullish signals, that's where I'm thinking, hey, that short-term bearish action is probably over, right? If I'm getting bullish confirmations at the bottom of this pennant, because that's what I'm looking for. Short-term bearish. If you said, hey, you said it's looking short-term bearish, where do you think it's going? I would say it would make a lot of sense to get a move down to the bottom of this this pattern, right? So if it got down here, I'd be like, hey, that's probably the end of short term, right? So, for example, from the bottom of the pattern this time right here to the top of the pattern, that was 1 day, right? So maybe it takes the same amount of time. Maybe it just takes 1 day to get down there. Maybe it takes 2 days to get down there. But I would say, about a day in this case. If we are going to get a move back down here, it'll probably take about a day. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. But back to the DXY, guys. This big macro golden pocket retrace that we got here before this absolute giant dump to the downside may be a macro top signal, and we may have further down to go for the DXY, right? Just something to keep an eye on. We obviously got this big move up, almost came to our next target of about 106,280, I think. And then we got to move back down to our golden pocket. Are we going to stick this as support? I will say the daily, as far as market cipher is concerned, the daily looks really bullish for the DXY, which could be wind up like. Just looking at the DXY, this looks super bearish for Bitcoin, right? Money flow is steadily coming to the upside, and then you can see we came back into the red, but then we're swooping right back into the green potentially, and the VWAP is coming up at the same time. So I do think we have to see what happens, but this would be more bearish for Bitcoin in my opinion. So we'll have to see. Once that green dot prints, that might be where we start getting a move down on Bitcoin and a move up for the DXY. But I just wanted to show you guys that macro golden pocket retest there before that giant nuke. Not the best look. Not the best look for the DXY. Very good look for Bitcoin. But anyway, continuing on, not too much to take away from the DXY. Let's go ahead and start with Ethereum. Oh God, you guys are killing me with this. You guys are killing me with this poll. Oh no. Okay, it was kind of a landslide. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. Not what I thought. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you guys would rather more alts, less detail. So I was wrong. Okay, interesting. Yeah, fewer alts, more detail. And now, guys, that doesn't mean that like we're never gonna look at a bunch of alts. Like we're still gonna look at a lot of alts, but I just like to get a temperature check of the room. If I'm going super in depth on 3 altcoins a day, and everyone's like, "What the heck? There's only 3 altcoins today." Like I want to give to the people what they want. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted a temperature check there. So we'll still, some altcoins like we just naturally fly through. Some of them look very similar. Like, hey, this all looks the same. I'll just give you guys some levels. So it'll be a little mix and match, but I kind of just want to get a temperature check. So it's good to know. Thank you for partaking in that poll. You guys really helped out a lot there. Thank you. Anyway, smash that like button for yourselves. Let's get it. All right. Let's continue. No more alts. You heard it here first. No more alts. You heard it here first. It's autopilot. Let's go. Shout out to you. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Did I hear AMA? Great choice, people. Hey, they do have a Q&A option. They have like a Q&A feature on YouTube Live, which is interesting. I don't know how to use it. You guys are funny. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Okay, let's continue on here. Treat the like button the same way you would as if someone locked you in a room with Gary Gensler for 5 minutes. Smack that thing. Let's go. All right, guys, taking a look at Ethereum here. Very similar to Bitcoin, right? We're kind of looking at our macro range here. Macro range is coming in, value area high coming in at about 1733. We have some important levels here to look at on Ethereum. Value area high coming in at $1,733. Your value area low coming in at about $1,300 even. POC coming in at about 1570, and then guys, we have that little bit of a more local, range here. And we came up to the top of the macro range, and we are now testing that local range high. So very interesting due to the laws of the volume profile, guys. Technically, just looking at the volume profile, this may be a bearish retest of that value area high before a move back to the downside. However, 4-hour money flow looking pretty good, but the VWAP doesn't look that great, right? So a little bit of mixed signals on your 4-hour there. 3-hour money flow coming to the upside. That actually does not look too bad, but your VWAP is coming down. But that 3-hour money flow crossover looking pretty nice. 2-hour, yeah, same thing, kind of teetering out on the 2-hour here. Your 1-hour money flow was in the red, now in the green, but you are overbought. We may just continue to move sideways here, guys. We may just continue to wiggle sideways here and just wait for some more clear signals. I mean, we have a little bit more clear signals on Bitcoin than Ethereum here. Ethereum showing some more confusing, murky water signals here. 90-minute money flow is coming out much more aggressively on Ethereum. And honestly, your bearish case, guys, lies on the daily. VWAP coming down, money flow coming out, and then on Bitcoin and Ethereum, you have the 90-minute money flow coming out, which, again, together, when those things happen, can wind up giving us a very big move to the downside a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time, it can really be a powerful move. Red dot on your 30-minute money flow crossing over into the green, though, and 8-hour looking for a green dot. I will say, guys, just looking at the price action, it does look as if we might just want to kind of create a little bit of a bullpen in here, what does that mean, guys? Unfortunately, it means that we might be in for some boring price action, right? Because in order for Ethereum to kind of just, form that actual bullpen and get the breakout, it has to be a little bit of a move up, then a move down, right? And just boring sideways action before seeing a breakout. So, it is kind of, this just looks like bullish consolidation to me. So if that is the case, we could be in for, maybe a slight move up to the golden pocket, right? It would actually make a lot of sense to reject that golden pocket and continue to consolidate here. So just in general, that is a very bullish sign, but it's probably not going to play out tonight. Right? So let's have to wait and let things kind of be super boring until we get that breakout. We could test that. Let's go ahead and let's see. Let's just rough out what that technical target might look like. This is super rough, guys. But let's see. Does it bring us up to anything interesting? Well, let's pull up our VPVR and see if that brings us up anywhere interesting. Let's see. VPVR. There we go. Bada boom. And then we'll zoom out, crunch down the chart here a little bit. Bada boom, bada bing. And it brings a very similar to Bitcoin, which is not really that much of a surprise. But if you grab there you go, right? You grab our little previous area of consolidation. Now, your value area high does come in at about $2,000 even. So that was a big level we were looking at. Again, I roughed out this technical measurement, but it does bring you right up to that high volume node, which not only is right up to that high volume node at $2,153, but you could see you would also be retesting almost perfectly the highs that we created up here, right? So I could actually probably stretch this out just a little bit. Might move the value area high. Yeah, so that gets you this actual range. This is actually a little bit of a better volume pull. But yeah, it brings you right up into the highs of that previous range that we were trading in. Not exactly to the dollar like Bitcoin did, but very, very close, right? We're not looking to hit it to the dollar, but it does make a lot of sense if you get that breakout to come up to that area of consolidation. And then what happened? Let me just pull this. Just look at this little micro range right here. Yeah, this is probably the level we're looking at. About $2,100. That technical target may bring you up. The technical target brings you right past that level, but value area high would be another decent level to watch. So you do have some confluence there. Very, very interesting. But, as of right now, money flow coming to the upside on your 8-hour with that VWAP. So again, higher time frame still looking good. 10-hour curving up. Yeah, your 12-hour money flow is coming out. That doesn't look as good. Your 16-hour money flow is coming out. That does not look good either. However, you are getting that green dot on your 16-hour. But, and you're getting the money flow crossover on the 1 hour. Interesting. Yeah, Ethereum's a little hard to read. I'm not going to lie, guys. This one's giving you a little bit of mixed signals. 16-hour, yeah, money flow is disagreeing with your green dot. Let's see, yeah, and then your daily is looking a little bit more bearish. 2-day, VWAP curving down, money flow coming up, and then your 3, your 4, your 5, your 6, and your weekly look very, very, very similar to Bitcoin, right? So there you go. Looking very similar to Bitcoin, but those key levels that you should be watching here, guys, is going to be, let me spawn that range one more time. It's going to be, obviously, the next immediate level of support is going to be your point of control right here at about 1635. So if we cannot get above that value area high, I would look for a move down to your POC. If you break your POC, your next likely level of support is going to be here at about 1585. If you can't hold that, you're likely going to come down to your value area low at 1537. And again, once you wind up rejecting that value area high decisively and we cannot get above this level, you're really expecting to come down to your range lows, just knowing that you stop off most of the time at your POC and likely going to get some turbulence at that golden pocket. You also have a high volume node right in that area as well. But it's eventually, price action is messy, guys. You want to remember, price action's messy, but once you can't get above these highs, it might be messy, right? You might bounce around a little bit, but you are looking to eventually come down to your value area low, again, coming in at about 1540. So there you go, guys. There's Ethereum. Looking very similar to Bitcoin, but your 5-day money flow is crossing over into the green, where Bitcoin is really just getting close to crossing over into the green, but didn't actually get the crossover just yet. So if anything, Ethereum's front-running Bitcoin just a tiny bit. We got 1,000, almost 1,100 people in here, guys. We got 1,098 people. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys are finding any kind of value in this live stream, smash that like button. We're going for 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes, I will give away this used Frankie Candles Zip Fizz. I don't backwash. Anyway, let me take a sip of this real quick, guys. Yeah. How long we got left? How long we got left? Okay. Should we crack the Aztecian? We're gonna crack the Aztecian cactus moss water, guys. Today's episode wasn't originally brought to you, but is now brought to you by Aztecian cactus moss water, the official healthiest energy drink, and it includes a lot of collagen, guys. Official energy drink of crypto. All right, let's continue on here. Let's see. All right, continuing on. Let's go ahead and let's see. Do we have? Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, here we go. The altcoins for tonight are ETH, Flux, OP, XRP. There's some good ones on here tonight. Let's get it. Let's see. Let's take a look at Flux. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, baby. Look at this thing. This looks like it's just one massive descending triangle. Yikes. Now, hang on. This is the biggest descending triangle I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, technically, on the 5-day, you have a giant descending triangle. It's just consistent lower highs with your flat level of resistance. This would be a bearish pattern, guys, a bearish pattern. These would break down more than up. But, I mean, if you break down, I will say this. If if this descending triangle winds up breaking down, you're probably coming straight. Not straight, but you probably it would be pretty ugly. You got a massive volume gap here. Nothing holding you up, just nothing but air. That could be scary. Other than that, let me go ahead. What just happened? Okay, there we go. Boom. But other than that, let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly. Your weekly VWAP is starting to round off here. Money flow recently crossed over into the red. That doesn't look so hot, right? This does not look as good as Bitcoin. Taking a look at the 6-day, VWAP curving up, 5-day VWAP curving up, 4-day, same thing. This looks kind of bearish, I'm not going to lie. 2-day, green dot is almost immediately going to get swallowed up by a red dot. If that prints a red dot, if that VWAP winds up coming down and printing that red dot, that would be extremely bearish in my opinion. Not a good sign. Let's see. Daily VWAP crossing down towards that zero line as well. Money flow also crossing into the red at the same time. Probably not the best look. Still got an hour and 16 minutes to print another candle here. Let's see. Let's turn on... Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you got an 18 on your DBSI on the weekly. That is not good. An 18 versus the weakest number, a -5. Now, with the Market Cipher DBSI, guys, the higher the number, the stronger the signal, right? So when you have an 18 on the top versus a -5 on the bottom, -5 is the weakest number you can have, and I think a 21 is the strongest number you can have. So this would be indicating that the more of the strength in this case is on the bearish end, right? So you think that the stronger number, it's like a tug of war. What would win, an 18 or a -5? -5 is the weakest, 21 is the strongest. The 18 is going to overpower that -5 like crazy, right? So you would expect this 18 to overpower that -5 and push price down. So we should probably take a look at this more often. But yeah, that is definitely not the best sign, to be honest with you. But continuing on, I'm going to turn off that DBSI. But yeah, VWAP coming back to your upside, the upside on the 8-hour, money flow curving back up as well. Your 6-hour looking for the green dot. 5 hours printing the green dot. 5 hour, yeah. See, your 4-hour printed the green dot, but look at the flop, guys. Money flow looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, money flow is flowing up, but that VWAP flop is just kind of ugly. Coming to the 2-hour. Money flow kind of rounding off. VWAP probably going to come to the downside very, very soon. 1-hour green dot is printing. Yeah, this is, I would say, yeah, really the higher time frames are not looking as hot as Bitcoin. But the lower time frames, your 2-hour looks like it wants to cool off. Your 1-hour looks like it wants to give you a move. But unless that 1-hour really starts pushing you up and you get that 2-hour to come back up, that 3-hour VWAP, look at that VWAP curving all the way down. You want that white wave to curve back up. But this looks like it wants to go down. If I had to guess, right? Let's see, 45-minute grid. Like the lower time frames are starting to give you some signals here to get a move to the upside, but you could see even this VWAP is kind of just flopping over. Money flow coming out. Nothing really, you might just be in store for more of this kind of action. But yeah, just generally a little bit more bearish on Flux in the overall. But taking a look at kind of our, like a little bit of a wonky range here from the low to the high. Not even to the POC. Kind of a wonky range here, but I will, yeah, I will go ahead and take it. I'm going to go ahead and pull, let's come up to a higher time frame, actually. Let's do that. Yeah, I don't even know if I like that. Let's go ahead and pull a fib from the low all the way to the high. And you can see, came right back down to that golden pocket, guys. Shout out to anybody in the live stream last night that was here for that sauce on the golden pocket retracements, guys. That was gold tier sauce right there. That was the spicy sauce right there. But let's continue on. Let's see. Paul Wood says, hit those likes, Mafia. Let's go. Smash those likes, guys. We're at 600 and something. I can only see the first number. So we're at 600 and something likes, guys, creeping up towards that $1,000 like goal. Let's get it. Smash that like button, guys. Thanks so much. Whoever made that happen. Is he talking about, hey, I'm green again. Let's go. Shout out to TRD Farmer. I wonder who you got it from. CandleMafia be just giving out those memberships. Let's get it. Best community out there. But let's go ahead and continue on. There you go. Right back down to that golden pocket. So I would look at this level coming in that golden pocket at about coming in at about 63 cents. Yeah, coming in at about 63 cents is going to be immediate level of support for you. Going to go ahead and mark out that 786 as well. There's your 786 coming in at about 60 cents. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on that classic fib, find out where some of those other levels are, right? So there you go. Probably going to get a little bit of resistance. Probably going to try and get a little bit of resistance on that 66 cent level. And then also, yeah, so we're hitting up against that. We're hitting up against this fib level right here. And then you got the 382 right above you. Probably going to be looking for some resistance there as well. And then you got your 236 up here. And now I will go ahead and pull that volume on this like wonky range of price action again. Confluence with your value area low in that golden pocket. Other than that, not too much confluence on these other levels. What if we pull it over here? Yeah, not really anything that interesting. I would look at these fib levels, guys. I'm not going to lie, right? You're hitting up against this level right here as we speak. I'm going to just make that a regular level. Go here, right click. Come on. Where's my template? Come on. There we go. Okay. All right, so there you go. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I'm going to go ahead and draw this golden pocket as a range. And then anybody who wants to take these levels, I'll give you a second to screenshot it. Got an local golden pocket right here. So yeah, that is these are the levels that I would be looking at, right? So if you make it back up here, this is probably gonna be a pretty strong level. Also, this level here at about 66 cents, very high volume node, probably going to be a very strong level as well. I'm sure it's your POC. Yep, there you go, right? Perfect confluence of that POC. This is gonna be your actual key level at about 66 cents on Flux. Other than that, higher time frames looking pretty bearish. Medium time frames, not so much, right? Yeah, I would. It's kind of different than Bitcoin, to be honest. Hard to say. Higher time frames got me a little bit worried. Lower time frames don't look as bad. All right, let's move on. Next, let's see. Never too late for Frankie Candles. Let's go. Shout out to Dave. I just said Dave Digital. I meant Dark Crash. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Brian Varney. The green names are the people who signed up for the Frankie Candles membership, or YouTube memberships. But I think most people got them gifted to them from other CandleMafia members, and then only a few people actually signed up by themselves. I don't know the actual statistic there, but we just get mad gifted memberships constantly. So shout out to the CandleMafia. But let's see. Moving on, the next altcoins we'll take a look at are going to be OP, or as I like to call it, UP. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. All right. So here we go. Still looking at this. Let's start fresh. Let us start fresh. Take off that POC. Let's see. Adil, shout out to Adil. I did see the super chats. I'm gonna go back to them in just a second, and I'm gonna go read through them. I got you, brother. Shout out to Adil. Thank you for being here, bro. Let's go. All right, here we go. Pulling that fib. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. Right. So these are the levels that I would be looking at. Sitting right on that POC, guys. Sitting right on that POC. Now, looking at just the volume profile, the fact that we rejected the value area high would make us expect a move to the downside and eventually come down to revisit that value area low. Even though we know price action is very messy, we may kind of do one of these, right? Come back up and then back down and then finally lose it and come back up and then you finally get to that value area low. But just due to the volume profiles, once we reject there, we are expecting the low, right? So just looking at that, you would expect to break this POC, bearishly retest, and get a move down to about $2.08. But yeah, that is, if we lose this POC, very likely that you will come down eventually to your value area low. Kind of have a little bit of a gap here. You do have some levels here. I'm going to pull a local golden pocket. Let's see what we got. Yeah, almost wicked down to that golden pocket. Do we have any confluence there? Yeah. I mean, yeah, not much here. I would watch this golden pocket, but other than that, if you lose that POC, I think it's likely that you come down to your value area low. But those are basically the levels I would be watching here for OP. But let's take a look at what's going on here, right? Let's see. Okay, VWAP kind of coming to the upside on the weekly. Not too much price history here. A lot of the you barely even have money flow on these time frames. So we're going to have to start back here on the daily. Money flow kind of coming back up. This looks different than Bitcoin for once. Something looks a little different, right? Money flow has been in the green for a while here, and it is kind of coming back up. Now, VWAP is coming to the downside, which could indicate a small pullback. That might give you your move down to that value area low, but your money flow coming up is a good sign. So I would just be cautious of that red dot on the daily. Oh, that's the 2-day. Yeah, money flow coming up on the 2, that's even better. But yeah, green dot confirmed, VWAP flopping a little bit. The daily, okay, so it does look a little similar to Bitcoin. Money flow coming out, VWAP coming, yeah, so it does look similar to Bitcoin. However, if you get a move down here, yeah, looking for that VWAP crossover. Once you print that next red dot on the daily, likely going to give you a move down, especially because the money flow is coming out. This is definitely a little bit more bearish in my opinion. 16-hour VWAP coming to the upside. You might get rejected there, though, honestly. But yeah, money flow coming back out. Your 12-hour money flow is also coming out, but VWAP rolling back to the upside. 10-hour getting rejected at that zero line a little bit. 8-hour looking for the green dot. 6-hour getting rejected. 5-hour getting rejected. 4-hour got the VWAP flop. I think. This might be front-running Bitcoin, guys. This might front-run Bitcoin, right? We might see this very same thing happen to Bitcoin, right? We might get that red dot on the 4-hour, right? And then money flow may just continue to get dragged out just like it is here. Very interesting because we did fake out into the green and then back into the red. Very interesting. What's the 5-hour look like? 5-hour getting rejected a little bit. But yeah, 4-hour VWAP flop, definitely more of a bearish look. Now, this isn't confirmed, so we could easily get that to unprint and keep that green dot and move forward a little bit. But if that confirms, which it will in about an hour, that would be more bearish and could easily at least bring you down to that golden pocket, coming in at about $2.26. 3-hour green dot also printing with your money flow coming out as well. That is definitely looking a little bit more bearish to me. Yeah. Very, very interesting. Let me just, okay. But yeah, that is, red dot printing. If that confirms, I do think you're going to move down to that golden pocket for sure. 2-hour, oh God, red dot, green dot, getting a VWAP flip on the 2-hour, and red dots and VWAP flops on the 4-hour. 1-hour green dot is printing with money flow coming up, right? So you're getting a little bit of mixed signals here. But again, unless that 16 and that 12-hour green dot give you a huge move to the upside, I think that day, I still would love to see that daily red dot print and see what that daily red dot does. How far is that going to drag us down? And then once we get a little bit more of a clear outlook on what that's going to be like, then I would feel more comfortable looking for another move to the upside. It's hard for me to look for a massive move up off of a 2-hour VWAP flip when I have the daily looking like this, right? It's hard for me to even get excited about a 12 or a 16-hour green dot or VWAP flip when the daily looks like this. Because even if those 12 and 16-hour green dots do give us a move up, it's likely with money flow coming back out and the daily looking the way it is, it may not be the strongest move, but these are the levels I would be looking for on OP. Shout out to OP. OP has been doing great. It's one of those coins that I found out about in the depths of the bear market, and this thing has just been prevailing. Like, it just has been doing good for a while now. In July of 2022, absolute moonshot. Then we kind of just came down, got wrecked. But then it's been doing pretty good so far. So, actually really like OP. Shout out to Johnny from the Hit Network Studios. He's the one that told me about OP, and he was like, bro, you got to check out OP, bro. I'm telling you, this is going to be a good one. Buy it. And I'm like, bro, we're in a bear market. I'm not buying OP, dude. Get out of here with your altcoins in the middle of a bear market. Like, I'm good. And I should have bought it. I should have bought it, guys. I should have listened to him. But let's see. Let's see. Where do we get merch, cuzzo? Hang on a second. Hang on. Hold up, guys. Hang on. I'm questioning somebody in the chat right now. Hold up. I don't know if I want to dox myself. I'm not necessarily super secret about my full name, but interesting. No, I don't think. Hey, interesting. I don't really want to dox myself. I think a lot of you guys probably already know my full name, but somebody in the chat has the same last name as me. But don't, if you are somebody I know, don't say it, because then people will know. Or do. I don't know. But anyway, if you guys want merch, I'm kind of doxing myself here, but it's not really a secret anyway. But anyway, let's see. Where do you get the merch? If you go to hitmerch.com and you go over to brands, you could go over to Frankie Candles. You can go to the Frankie Candles brand, and you will see all of our merch. I'll go ahead and drag this over here. Bada boom. There you go. Hit merch. And then, yeah, you just go to Hit Merch, go to brands, Frankie Candles, and then you will see all of our awesome new merch that we have. We got those Haikanashi pink and blue candles, uptrend beanie. Let's go. Hey. And then we got this one's limited. I think we only have a couple of these left. The Marionette CandleMafia Godfather t-shirt. Then we got this one's pretty nice. We got some nice stuff on here. We're going to continue to add to it. Actually, our sweatshirt. Oh, well, we got more stuff down here. I don't know why the pictures aren't loading, but there you go. If you guys want to check out the merch, hit up hitmerch.com. But anyway, guys, continuing on here with the altcoins, let's go ahead and Frankie's last name is Ate My Crypto. Let's go. I remember Frankie's last name. Let's go. Shout out to Bubba's. All right, let's go. Where Chewy, you got him. Frankie Cavs. Let's go. You guys are funny. We already know your last name. Yeah, I don't really keep it a secret. I just try not to, like, completely advertise it. Tyler Durden says, candles? Fibonacci? We know your last name, Frankie. It's Frankie Fibonacci. Let's go. But, yeah, interesting. But, yeah. Okay, let's let's go ahead and continue on. Frankie Crypto Snob, let's go. Shout out to Rob. Okay, let's continue on here, guys. Those are the levels I will be looking on OP. Really just waiting for the daily to reset on a lot of this stuff. But let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see what is next. I don't want you to miss the Hecklefish watch party tonight in your Discord. Off topic, you and Mrs. Candles will have a blast. What is Hecklefish? Can somebody, Dave, fill me in on that? What the heck is Hecklefish? All right, let's see. Where do we got? What do we got? XRP was on that list. I know that. Let's see. WordBet said we love Frankie Candles. World Bet, I love you back. Bro. I know XRP was on that list. I'm going to go ahead and shoot over to XRP next. Here we go. Taking a look at that Bitstamp dollar. Now, very interesting stuff here, guys, because we had that blood diamond on the weekly. And it didn't really do much, guys. It didn't really do much. That weekly blood diamond did not hurt us as much as they typically do. I've had weekly blood diamonds hurt my pride and everything that I love. And it did bring us down a little bit, but holding up fairly well based off of the fact that we had that weekly blood diamond, right? Go ahead and get rid of this stuff. But let's go ahead and take a look here, spawn these levels real quick, and let's go ahead and take a look. All right, let's see. You could borrow my last name if you need one. Tyler Durden, I will take it. My new name is Frankie Durden. Let's get it. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. So yeah, working our way down. We've come down to tap that value area low. I don't think this is a golden pocket retread. Yeah, it's not. It's a 786 retest. Not too bad. Interesting. So the fact that we have come down to our value area low. Oh, this has likely moved. Hang on. Let me go ahead and extend that to the right. There we go. Not too much. We have tapped our value area low, so came back down to the POC, up to the POC, back down. We may continue back up and eventually make it up to our value area high here. Money flow crossing over into the green on the 4-hour. However, it is looking to flop back to the downside. Again, a lot of times when you see this mixed stuff on the indicators, guys, it does present itself as sideways price action, right? Just kind of boring consolidation. Money flow generally coming up on your 8-hour as well. 6-hour printing that green dot. Let's go ahead and check the higher daily time frames. 6-day money flow coming out dramatically. 5-day money flow kind of coming out a little bit there. 4-day. Yeah, so this is looking a little. So here's the thing, guys. XRP, yeah, coming out again on your 2-day as well. XRP has looked really bearish for a while. Like, you had the weekly blood diamond that printed a couple weeks ago, right? Money flow looks absolutely horrific, but it's hanging in there. That is a bullish sign, if I do say so myself. I don't know why I was going to say that. But, yeah, that is somewhat of a bullish sign if you ask me, right? So I will say that red dot printing on your daily, money flow coming out, generally more bearish for XRP, as we've kind of just generally been bearish on XRP. And it again, it's been holding up pretty well, but we have just been generally bearish, right? So we come up to the weekly. I'm going to put a vertical line right on that blood diamond and then come back over to our lower time frames. And you could see, ever since we printed that weekly blood diamond, now we came down and then we came back up, but we just generally kept coming down. And now we're just kind of, just kind of like a little descending trend, right? But it's pretty good considering, right? But I will say I got to lean a little bit more bearish, especially with the red dot printing on the daily with the money flow coming out. However, the levels I would be watching, I'm going to pull a little bit more of a local. It's so hard. Yeah, I'm going to pull a little bit more of a local range. Let's pull this local range right here. I like this one. Let's go from here to here, and I do want to drag it back over to here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So on your local range here, guys, these are the major levels I would watch, right? So your immediate resistance underneath you at about 35, 36 cents. If you lose that, well, let me mark these out first. Come on. There we go. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay. So let me turn on that VPVR and let's see where the volume is. Okay. So looking at the more local range, guys, I would be looking at your immediate support being right underneath you at about 36 cents, almost 36 cents even. And then if you break above that POC, I would expect to move up to your value area high or this blue box coming in at about 37 cents. In which case, I would look for some potential bearish signals to look for a short back down to the downside. But when you look at your more macro levels, that is actually going to be a test of the POC of the macro range. So if you break out of this local range, look to break above that blue box. If you break above this blue box, it's going to be very important because if you can get above there, you could easily fly through this low volume gap. You could see we were just talking about these low volume gaps. You could see last time we broke below, we broke into that gap and we cracked these lows right here. Mega quick movement to the downside. So if we get a move back up here, flip this to support, we may see that instant teleportation up to our next major level of resistance coming in at about 38 to 39 cents. So that is basically the levels that I would be looking at on XRP. Major range of resistance to break if you want to get to that 38, 39 cent level is going to be the level between about 0.378 cents and 0.375 cents, right? So that's the major level to the upside. Once you crack that, you could move up to that 38 to 39 cent level and potentially even get a little bit of a further move up and maybe even up to the macro value area high at about 40 cents. But again, I would kind of lean a little bit more bearish on XRP just because of the way the daily looks. Let's see. Frankie Kuz? Let's go. Shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It. Let's go. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. The Crypto Reaper. What is going on, bro? He says, we don't win this case. Oh, he prays that we don't win this case? Why would you not want it to win? Let me know in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Panda Punch. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. Bringing that check mark around. Just a little bit of daily motivation for the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. I love it. Shout out to Panda Punch. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Bada boom. AI coins, I think, are maybe a bear market narrative. I want to say that AI might be a big narrative in the bull run, but sometimes when things pop off like this in a bear market, you expect it to leak into the bull market as well. But sometimes you kind of get tricked, right? Like nobody realized that the meme coins were going to be the things going crazy this past cycle. Nobody knew NFTs were going to be the big thing. DeFi. So it's very shout out to Pearls. He says, hi, I'm here. Can you let me in? Shout out to Pearls. Pearls is a personal friend of mine, guys, and he's coming down to visit the ATL. But I don't think he's actually at the studio. I think he's hanging out with Tony D right now. But shout out to Pearls. But let's go ahead and continue on, guys. But yeah, AI coins. I think the AI coins will do good. It may continue to be a narrative. But the thing with that is, guys, if we continue to see the altcoins bleed, buying into that stuff right now is not the best time. Like, shout out to the premium Discord. We called a couple of AI coins that we were looking at Fetch.ai like way before it pumped. But that's kind of stuff that you want to get in before it blows up, right? Like at this point, can you make money? I'm sure, right? I'm sure there are coins that haven't gone yet. But just understand that like if you didn't get in early, it's one of those things where like you don't want to catch the end of that trend. But it doesn't mean you can't make money with it. Shout out to TJ. TJ Edinger. Shout out to you, bro. He says, Frankie, you the man. No, TJ, you the man, bro. And not to be confused with TJ from BitBoy Crypto or the other TJ from the CandleMafia. But let's continue on here, guys. Let's move on to our next altcoin, which is going to be Matic. Let's take a look at Matic. Bada boom. Let's see. Trey Blake in the house. What is going on, bro? Let's see. Well, we'll take a look at that right now, bro. Donato Cabrera in the chat. Tommy Gunn, what is going on? Let's see. All right, let's move on. Let's get it. Dave Digital says something. He's excited about something. Shout out to Newbie D. Let's go. Okay, continuing on. Let's see. Taking a look at Matic. Bada boom. Oh, hey. Very similar situation that we were looking at on Solana yesterday, potentially. Let's see. Let's come down to the 4-hour. Yeah, interesting. Let's see. Let's pull some local golden pockets. And we pulled it exactly correctly, guys. We always nail these golden pockets. So, yeah, nice little golden pocket retracement. before that move down. Let's go ahead and pull one more local fib here. A little bang, a little boom. If we come up to this golden pocket, I would look for a potential movement to the downside. Taking a look at market cipher, money flow crossing over into the green on the 4-hour. VWAP starting to roll back over, though, so not looking like the strongest green dot, but it can always wind up continuing back to the upside. Let's go. Oh, my God, guys, we are still sitting at 600 likes. What do we got? 697, guys. We're going for 1,000 likes, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. We got 866 people in here. Let's see on the count of 3 if we can. 1, 2, 3. Smash that like button right now. And let's see if we can jump it up from 700 to 790 likes in the next 2 minutes by 7:10. Let's see if we can get it up to 800 likes. Let's get it. But anyway, yeah, that was actually crazy. I actually don't think that person that came in with my last name knew me. I think he just happened to have the last name. Super weird. Anyway, shout out to that guy. All right, let's continue on. You know who you are. But yeah, guys, I will look for a potential rejection at that local golden pocket coming in at about $1.16. Money flow. Again, VWAP not looking the strongest. Looking to roll back over to the downside. Money flow crossing over into the green. Taking a look at the daily. But yeah, again, bearish case lies on the daily, guys. VWAP coming down, money flow coming out. Your 90-minute money flow is likely coming out as well. This looks bearish for Matic, right? Doesn't mean it can't turn around. But as of right now, when we get that red dot on the daily, if this money flow crosses over on the 90-minute, a lot of times that is a very powerful move. That is, yeah, I would look for a potential move up into this area here before getting a rejection back to the downside. Kind of hard to pull some volume on this just because the price action is a little bit weird. I'll just pull it on this entire little uptrend here. So this is what we got. Yeah, testing that POC. Okay, put it this way, right? If that 4-hour green dot winds up giving you a bigger move than I would expect it to. Now, again, I'm not expecting that green dot on the 4-hour to give you much, right? Starting to flatten out here. Doesn't look really good. I would just be careful about that green dot. But again, you could easily see that 4-hour VWAP start to erect itself back up. Just stick itself back up. I don't know why I used that word. Anyway, I can already hear you guys in chat. But yeah, I would be looking for that potential for that to move back up. But again, if it doesn't, looking a little bit bearish, money flow crossing over into the green would be a good sign. So if for some reason this VWAP does come back up, I would look for a potential move off that POC up into our value area high, coming in at about $1.24. Now, again, because of the way the daily looks, I am expecting that to be the less likely move. But money flow on that 4-hour actually does look pretty good, right? So I would be very, very, very careful about that. But again, if you do get that move up, looking at that value area high as your target to the upside. And then let me go ahead and pull another fib. Let me get a pull your fib in chat, guys. If you got the emoji, use it. Use it if you got it, baby. Use it if you got it. And speaking about candle gods, what's up, guys? The candle went out. I know we lit this candle in the beginning of the stream, but it went out for some weird reason. I definitely didn't forget to light it. Candle gods, if you're hearing this, we had this lit the whole time. But anyway, continuing on here. Yeah, I would look for a potential move into that golden pocket. And the reason I'm saying look at the golden pocket is because I don't know if that 4-hour VWAP is going to have enough juice to get you that move all the way up to the value area high. But what the heck just happened to my fib? They stole my fib. But yeah, if we go ahead and pull that fib from the high to the low, you can see our golden pocket level is coming in right here at about $1.17. Also want to keep in mind that your 786 is right up there as well. But there we go. We will go ahead and make that short. But yeah, if we wind up getting that move up, again, I don't know if you're going to have the power to get all the way up to the value area high, but you might get a move up to more of this macro golden pocket retracement, and that might be a good place to look for a rejection to the downside, unless, of course, you get up here and things look mega bullish, then you could make it up to the value area high. But again, that 4-hour is not looking good. Maybe that 4-hour brings you up to this golden pocket, and then as you're up there, maybe this is where you start getting that red dot on the daily with your money flow coming out on the 90-minute, and that's where you get the bigger move to the downside. So that is what what I would be looking for, guys, on Matic. Again, you know, that daily is really your bearish case, looking very, very similar to a lot of other things. VWAP coming down, money flow coming down, not the best look. Your 4-hour, again, looking a little bit weak. The money flow on the medium time frames, though, doesn't look too bad, right? Even the 2-hour looks a little better than Bitcoin. 1-hour money flow crossing over into the green. 16-hour green dot looking to print. So yeah, I would say sideways bullish for Matic. Unless you get up to that golden pocket, then it would flip bearish very, very quickly. So those are the levels. Probably the most important part is getting you guys those levels. So these are the levels I would be looking at. If you guys want to go ahead and screenshot that, feel free. If you guys want to look at those levels, I'll mark them out for you guys. You could screenshot them real quick while I check what the next altcoin is. There's the pull your fibs. Let's go. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Shout out to TJ Endinger. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. And I don't just say that. I really do appreciate the support. Like I actually do. I know all YouTubers say that, but I'm not just saying that. Thank you so much, bro. He says his knowledge is legit. If you don't follow Frankie, be sure to. He gives great recommendations and keeps it 100. Let's go. Shout out to TJ. And, bro, that's a good name. That's a good name. I know a few TJs now. I've been on this earth for like 30 years, and I'm never saying that again. That just made me depressed. Anyway, I've been on this earth for quite a while. Not quite a while, but I've been on here for some time, right? And I've met a few TJs. They're all, like, some of the best people I ever met. I think TJ is, like, a good name. Like, I don't know any bad TJs. I actually don't know that many TJs. Really, the main TJ I know is TJ from BitBoy Crypto, and he's, like, amongst a lot of people that I've met down here, like, one of the best people I've ever met. Rare human being. We'll say that. Shout out to TJ. And Ben, too. But just because we're talking about TJ specifically, the name... All the TJs I know, like, just happen to be, like, really, really rare breeds of, like, good human beings, which is far and few between nowadays, which is what I used to think. But then I found the Candle Mafia and realized, like, hey, these good people are kind of all over the place. So shout out to you guys. But TJ, I really do appreciate the kind words, bro. It really does mean a lot. And happy to have you here in the Mafia, baby. Let's go. Next altcoin is going to be BNB. Tyler Durden coming in and swooping in that altcoin responsibility. And there's Rob the Crypto Snob with it, too, guys. We got the best dang mods in the game. We got Crypto Billy chilling in here too. Let's get it, baby. Let's go. Let's see. All right, BNB, baby. BNB. That's BFB. What is going on? Why is everything freaking out? I don't like this. First, it's a zip fizz. Then we got things popping up here. BNB. Let's go check it out, guys. Is BNB going to zero? Let's find out. I'm just kidding, guys. BNB is not going to zero. I mean, I don't think so. It could. Not financial advice. Anyway, let's see. Oh, God. Just random drawings here. Come on with the random drawings here. All right, here we go. They don't call me a chartist for nothing, guys. And speaking of chart art is what I'm saying. This is a rare formation, guys. This is a, oh, God, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, no. This is the Slender Man. This is the Slender Man formation, guys. This is not good. This is bearish. This is the Slender Man. Oh, God, look at his little slender arms. Oh, God, yeah. This is the Slender Man. The horrible. Look at the posture on this guy. This is the. Oh, God. This is the nerd neck formation, guys. This is the Slender Man nerd neck formation. If you guys have never seen me from a side profile, this is actually what I look like. I have the worst nerd neck in the world because I'm always looking down at screens. But, yeah, this is not good. This actually shows weakness in the market as it shows weakness in your spine in a human. But anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. Let's continue on here. Taking a look at the daily. Yeah, VWAP kind of getting, just kind of floating up here as we kind of just continue to blow up here. Money flow is in the red, kind of curving up. You did get snake eyes here. That was probably your signal to go long there before getting that move up. So your daily actually doesn't look as bad as Bitcoin, but your VWAP is above that zero line. Wow, this thing is BNB. What happened to BNB today? Yeah, getting that move. Let's see. Yeah, Dave Digital, I got you, bro. I got you. We'll take a look at that. Cal's World says Frankie Candles is so chartistic. Oh, God, you're good, bro. Let's see. Nice little support with your VWAP here. Let's go. I like it. Yeah, I like that. Bang to the upside. Not bad. Money flow coming up on your 16-hour, 12-hour, looking for the green dot, or was looking for the green dot. Got the flip. Now you're probably likely to find a red dot pretty soon. 8-hour VWAP starting to curve off. 6-hour curving down. Money flow looking good, guys. BNB's money flow looks great. Yeah, like on all of these time frames. Nothing coming out. Everything is just going up. Daily doesn't look that great. 2 days coming in the green. Crossing back over to the green on the 3-day. 4-day, you're back coming back up with the green dot on the 4-day as well. 5-day, no green dot, but your money flow's coming up. And your 6-day. Yeah, 6-day for some reason, money flow's coming out on a lot of stuff. But you are starting to round off here with your green dot. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. All right. Continuing on here. Green dot. Yeah, printing on your... And then your weekly... giving you that VWAP flip. I will say BNB is probably looking better than a lot of the other things that we've looked at today. Now, just going to go ahead and see here. Yeah, I don't know. This actually doesn't look too bad, guys. Again, the daily is probably, obviously we did get that move up, but eventually that VWAP's going to curve back down, and we are going to cross that zero line, getting a red dot, and then maybe money flow comes back out. But as of right now, things do not look, money flow looks really good on a lot of this stuff. Look at that 5-hour money flow crossing over. Like that 6-hour money flow curvature is beautiful. Doesn't look that bad. But, nothing goes up forever. So, again, with the daily, I wouldn't expect this to be so sustainable for very long. So, I would expect somewhat of a cool-off here coming up very soon. 45-minute red dot has printed. Your 90-minute red dot is also printing with money flow coming out, something to keep an eye on. And your 4-hour also looking to print a red dot here as well. So, yeah, I would look for a potential cool-off on BNB here in the short term. Let's go ahead and pull some volume on it. Let's pull it. Yeah, this is wonky volume here. But let's see. Let's see if we can get any confluence. Yeah, so this is, let's mark this out. That's going to be a decent level of support for you guys. Right there. I would look at this for some support. And this box is coming in between about $311 and $306. Shout out to the one and only. The one and only. The one and only is the one and only, the one and only. So shout out to the one and only. Says, hey, Frankie, outlook for GRT through 2023, 2024. I will try to take a look at that in right after this. You said GRT. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that super chat. We'll try to take a look at it in just a second. Oh, baby, we got 800 likes. Did we really? Let's get it. Oh, no. Okay, bullish on 8. So maybe we'll get there. We're not there just yet, but let's get it. 311. But anyway, yeah, I would look for some support at this level if we do cool off. And again, we are coming up to that value area high, so not unlikely to get a little bit of a rejection, right? If you're just looking at your range here, you're looking to come to the top, cool off, come down to the low. Come back up to the top. Now, who knows what the value area actually looked at back here, because now we're taking all these candles into account. But, I guess we could find out if we just pull it like that. It's just extended to the right anyway. But anyway, you come to the lows, you look for the longs, you come to the highs, you look for the shorts, and we are coming up to that value area high. Let's go ahead and see if we can get any confluence with that level, right? So I'm going to mark this out with a horizontal line, and I'm going to go ahead and pull our fib. Let's pull the fib. Let's come up to a higher time frame. And, oh, God, Crypto Billy back at it again. Somebody call the police on this guy. I can't call him. I'm live. All right, Billy, you get away with this one. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for gifting those 20 memberships to the Candle Mafia. Hopefully I didn't mute myself there. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Thank you for gifting everybody. Look at that. Everybody's got, you get a green name. You get a green name. Let's go. Let's go. We're throwing money. Bing bong. Paper Planes is in the house, and they popped in, and they got the green name, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Just making it rain memberships in here. But I can't get a membership because I can't get a membership on my own YouTube channel, which is kind of sad. But I could just make it rain money. Let's go, baby. Cha-ching. Bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Billy, bro. Everybody's got a green name now. Let's go. You're the best, Crypto Billy. We love you, bro. I feel like Crypto Billy is like, you're a special guy. All our mods are just special people, man. Like, they're just so selfless. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much, Billy. We love you. Stop throwing money like a peasant. No, you should see me picking up off the floor. That's when I look like a peasant, Dave. Shout out to you, bro. All right, let's continue on. Okay. All right, let's continue on here. Unbelievable. It's like Oprah up in here. It's like the Oprah Winfrey show. You get a membership. You get a membership. Absolutely love it. Shout out to JJ Holmes. Let's go. Great people here. Theo Rodriguez, what's going on, bro? Welcome in. People DCA into your streams. Yeah, Gary Rogers, absolutely, bro. All right, let's continue on, guys. Show our mods some love. Show Crypto Billy some love. Show all our gifters some love. Yeah, they're the best. Show some love to these people. Let's go. Make it rain, cuzzo. Shout out to Nick. Let's go. Hey, Nick, I like your name, bro. I like your name. Has nothing to do with my name. I'm just saying I like your name. Your last name's kind of cool. I'm just saying. Anyway, his name's Nick Parisi. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. All right, let's continue on. All right. Again, yeah, looking for a rejection at that value area high. Let's go ahead and pull a little bit more of a macro fib here and see if we're coming down to any important levels. We have spiked right into that 786. I'm going to pull it to the scam wick, guys. Yeah, I don't usually pull from these like weird long scam wicks, but I knew it was going to line up with the golden pocket, so that's why I pulled it. But let's see. Yeah, look at that. Macro golden pocket. Guys, this is resistance. This might be a nice little rejection zone here, guys. This might be a nice little rejection zone. Now, not calling for a dump down to zero. I would say, probably going to get some decent support on that golden pocket, if anything. But it is looking pretty sweet for a little rejection here, not going to lie, and that is where I would expect the support. If you lose this white box, looking for a move down to your value area low at about $300, $299.40. And then Dave said, can you zoom out all the way and let me know if this thing could go up to 500 and then back to 100? So he wants to know if it could go a little bing, a little bong, a little bing, and then a little bong. Well, let's see. He wants it to go to about $500, which is basically right there. Do we have any macro golden pockets up there? Let's see. It would be nice if it was a macro golden pocket retest. Well, Dave, is this what you were looking at? Why? How did that happen? Why is that? Why did that happen? Why did you say that because you knew there was a golden pocket there? Because I don't know if you're going to get all the way back down to $100 because if you pull up your volume here, you will notice if you go back, yeah, that would not be good. If you broke these lows, right? If you break $200 or $184, you may nuke yourself all the way back down to like $40. So you do not want to lose this low. This is, I'm going to come on over here. I'm going to make this a red line. We're going to make it thick, and we're going to write on it, please, mommy, don't drop me. Okay? If we lose that level, guys, things are likely going to get very nasty. So I don't think if we I don't think if you went to 500 and rejected, I don't think you'll go back to $100 because if you go back to $100, you're likely going to make it all the way back down to the double-digit level. So shout out to Dave. There you go. But let's see. Crypto Infinity said, thanks, Frankie. I've pretty much doubled my money today trading these ranges on Bitcoin. Bing bong. Let's go. I wasn't planning on throwing so much money today. I wasn't even going to load up the money gun. But hey, oh my God, guys, I just lit my sweatshirt on fire. I just leaned over that candle. I smelled burning hair. It was burning sweatshirt. Let's go. Come on. I got to open it. There we go. All right, we're going to load up the money gun. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Infinity saying they're making money on these ranges. Let's go. Bing bong. Shout out to Crypto Infinity. Let's go. Shout out to you for your wins, bro. Congratulations. And just remember, just because I showed you does not mean that you didn't do all the work. Let's go. I can't hit buy or sell. You had to do that. Congrats, bro. Bing bong. Hey. Woo, baby. This money gun, guys, is bad news. Mrs. Candles literally hates me. Oh, no. That dollar went on fire. Okay. Well, guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time we got for the altcoins tonight, and we ran through all of them. So that was pretty good. But shout out to Crypto Infinity on your gains, bro. Seriously, bro. Congrats. Yeah, that's all the time we got for tonight. Up next, how Jess got her green back. Interesting. All right, let's go. All right. Where are my Frank Juniors, Frankie? Let's go, Hodgepodge. Not yet. Very soon. Not very soon, but yeah, we got to get the, we got to get the, the thing on the finger first, right? Let's go. Shout out to Hope. All right, guys, let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. Did we wind up getting that 800 likes? Oh, yeah, we got 833. So close, guys. So close. We were going for 1,000 this stream. We might wind up with 850, but it was not 1,000. But we'll spin it. We'll go ahead and spin it 8 times. And you guys will know I'll probably accidentally spin it an extra 2 or 3 times just to, waiting for smoke in the background. Oh, my God. That would be hilarious, but not funny. It wouldn't be funny. It would be funny if it was under control and I didn't hurt anybody. It's just like, all right, guys, let's take a look at Solana. Just smoke, and I'm like, guys, stop trolling me. There's no smoke, and then until everything's up in flames. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. Here we go. Bing bong. Let's see. That should have said money gun. Shout out to me for once. Shout out to Crypto 101. Let's go. Shout out to you. Let's go. KRB, peace, bro. Asta pasta KRB, or as I like to call him, Curb. Let's go. This episode has been brought to you by Swarovski. Yeah, shout out to Swarovski. And Vestibular. All right, let's go. Give him a giveaway, baby. Give him a giveaway. Let me get a bing bong in chat. Let's go. Am I visible today? Hey, Chemistry Bro. Yes, you are. I literally saw that pop up as soon as you sent it. Oh, hey, Frankie, regarding XRP case, we want like a settlement with not a declared security. If XRP straight up wins, then the SEC could repeat the Supreme Court. Oh, repeal to Supreme Court, I believe, which would take further years. Yeah, so I hope we don't win either. Yeah, that's interesting. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. Bro, you are always dropping gems in here, dude. Shout out to you. Were you trying to say that the whole show and I didn't see? Hodgepodge, it's going. Let's go. Finishing my stuff up. Yeah, let me know, Chemistry, bro. No, you're definitely not hidden. I just saw that. Yeah, there's the bing bongs in the chat. Let's get it. Give him another giveaway. Let's go. But yeah, Kembro, I don't know why I didn't see your chats before. Is it and he's got a green name. That's so interesting. But there you are, Kembro. Yeah, thank you for dropping that sauce, bro. Love from us in the UK, Frankie. A deal. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. And I know you sent that super chat, so I'm going to go back and check it out in just a second. Let's see. Cozy Babe, let's get it. LG, what's going on, man? Thank you for being here. Let's see. How many spins did we do? 5. We got a few more spins. Let's get it. Yes, I was, since someone said earlier they don't want to win. Oh, okay. So you've been trying to send that since I said that? Damn. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's weird. Maybe I didn't. I feel like I read chat a decent amount today. Very strange. I feel like you're usually one of the people that come right to front for some reason. Enzo Mining in the chat. Let's go. Vulcan Abi. Jessica, let's go. Sometimes we get reported. Someone reported you, Jess? What are you out here breaking rules? Somebody reported you? Let's go. Shout out to Jessica, our resident female representative of the Candle Mafia. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, he was Crypto Reaper. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. I love that sometimes people try to say something, and if I don't see it right away, the mods will, like, ping me, and they'll be like, hey, this guy's trying to ask you a question. You don't see it. It's hard. I got a lot going on up here. I got 3 different screens. It's a lot going on here. But there we go. Give him a 1, 2, 3. Guys, that's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why did I count that? We got all giveaways except for 1. We had 8 giveaways. Obviously. Anyway, 7 giveaways. Let's go. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. And that's just a testament to how rigged this wheel is in your favor. Imagine we spin that thing 20 times. It's a lot of crypto we got to give away. And then Decker, our money guy, is going to get mad at me. He's going to be like, bro, you can't be spending all this money, bro. Come on. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Reported for being too cool. Let's go. But yeah, guys, that is, let me just go ahead and double check on, let me just run through these super chats. I don't like to leave super chats unread. But let's go ahead and, oh my God, we got a lot of super chats today. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto for the gifted subs. Crypto Billy, obviously, shout out to you. Oh, has Frankie... Oh, hey, Crypto Billy sent the super chat and asked, has Frankie impacted your life? Dang, man, I wish I saw those answers. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Thank you for that. Hannah, we read yours. Take my money. Shout out to Hannah. Steven Atwell joined Wise Guy. Let's go, bro. Welcome to the club. Crypto Billy. Oh, Sin City Crypto. No, what? I missed a lot in chat today. Shout out to Sin City Crypto, guys. Thank you for stopping by if you're still here hearing this. But let's see. Carlos, we shouted you out, first-time viewer. Thank you for being here, bro. Welcome to the Candle Mafia. Tony D, thank you for the gift. Alan Jardine says, if you have time, can you take a look at Velo? Alan, we will try to take a look at Velo tomorrow. Maybe Tony marked that down. We ran out of time. I didn't see this. I apologize. But we'll try to take a look at it next time. Tony D with another gifted membership. Let's go. Crypto F, can you please do ACH? I'm gonna have a list here. ACH. Now, again, the super chats do not guarantee that we look at the coin, but we'll try to take a look at them next time. We just simply can't look at every coin. It would be impossible for us, but I appreciate you guys super chatting. Let's see. Hannah King, 30K Bitcoin. We read this. Shout out to Hannah. Benjamin Myers said, Frankie, what's your opinion on the ascending triangle? We checked that out. Indiana Candles, thank you for the super chats. We've read yours. And then Benjamin says he wanted to clarify parallel channel on the 35-minute, not ascending triangle. Still learning the patterns. My bad. You rock. No problem, Benjamin. There was an ascending triangle on the 30-minute too. It was just wonky and weird. Very interesting. It's actually kind of weird that was the case. But anyway, Hazard Shot says, working for a better life. Thanks to you, I'm learning how. Watch for the crypto and stay. Watch for the crypto and stay because of you and the community. Share your wealth of knowledge. Shout out to Hazard Shot. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you for the kind words over anything. Adil said, Frankie, can you tell Ben the new show structure? Welcome Market Watch charts because of us overseas. A lot seeing you early in the show is perfect. Gotcha, deal. Gotcha. I'm still getting used to that, too. I usually go on the beginning. Now I wait till the end. I will definitely let him know. Shout out to Adil. I appreciate you, brother. And then Samad, thank you for the super chat as well. Justin Murray, I appreciate the super chat. Guys, if we did not get to your alt, we will get to them next time. Hopefully, did Crypto Billy just gift another 20? No, he didn't. Did he really? Or is that still there from before? But yeah, wow, we got a lot of super chats today. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto, said 800 likes. Crypto Billy and Hannah are making it rain with memberships. Smash that like button, Candle Mafia. Let's go. The one and only. We read that. Shout out to you, man. We didn't get a chance to look at GRT, unfortunately, but we will try to take a look at it. If you just chat it in the next chat, guys, if we missed your stuff, if you super chatted it this time, we'll try to take a look at it again. But again, it's impossible to look at everything. We try as hard as we can, but thank you so much to one and only. I do appreciate you. Crypto Infinity, thanks, Frankie. I pretty much doubled my money. Shout out to Crypto Infinity. And we just got one from Kirchmeyer, says, Master, great YouTubers are commenting on the first project linked to ChatGPT called CryptoGPT. Tell us about it any day. Would it be a gem? I'll have to do my research tonight. Kirchmeister, I think you might have asked about that yesterday. I'm going to have to do some research on it because I don't know much about it. I know Ben, someone said Ben had talked about it a little bit, so maybe I'll talk to Ben about it, see what he thinks, and yeah, maybe I'll bring you guys the sauce on that tomorrow night, which is going to be our Friday night live stream, guys. Don't forget on our market update, or ask the mods what videos you have to like and comment on to win tomorrow's giveaway drawing. We will be announcing the winners of all of our giveaways on Friday or tomorrow's live stream at 5:45, as we do every single week, guys. And then tomorrow's video talking about is the bottom in for Bitcoin. Make sure you guys watch that video. It's going to be a saucy video. I'm not going to lie. It's a super saucy video. It's a little longer, but it's going to be super saucy, so definitely check that out. And you got to like and comment on that video as well to get entry into the giveaway. And with all that being said, guys, I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending all the time with us here on the Frankie Candles live stream. And thank you for the super chats and all the gifted subs. Mods, thank you so much. And 575 people still in here. Hit that like button on your way out, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got, Candle Mafia. I'll see you tomorrow. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
Hold up. Hold up. I bet I scared somebody. I bet somebody got scared by that. That's my favorite thing for these Frankie Candles fake outs is sometimes I come on hot and people are just like, yo, you just scared the heck out of me, bro. It's like my favorite comment to see. But guys, we forgot to do something very important. We got the Zip Fizz down, right? We're already drinking this thing. We have dominated the Zip Fizz, but there's something we forgot. We haven't done it in a couple days. And that's the protein, baby. We got to get that protein down. Here we go. And that was the first thing I ate or drank all day, other than water and black coffee. That's all I got, Candle Mafia. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love each and every single one of you. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Almost forgot again, guys. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.